It's going to be an awesome video today, guys. We got the new CZ SP-01 Urban Gray. Let's talk about it a little bit more. That was awesome. And I tell you what, this freaking gun shoots itself if you do your job. Those two plates right there, I wasn't even really trying. Kind of looking through the sights, looking at my target. This thing's such a smooth recoil and pistol. Yeah, really? I'm trying to kind of look through the gun a little bit and try to keep my eyes on the target, transition a little bit here. Let's try some headshots just for fun. Man, I'll tell you what, it'll definitely do its job if you do, all right? So guys, welcome back. This is Eric here, Iraq Veteran 8888. Today we're out here talking about a really interesting gun that's new for 2016. It's the CZ SP-01 Tactical. All right, this is an all metal gun. This is a new Urban Gray. It's got the tactical high night sights, the threaded 1/28 barrel. It's a 4.6 inch barrel, so nice generous barrel length. And in terms of CZ, this definitely has the lines to it that you come to expect, not only in the overall shape of the firearm, but the way it works. It's got the way that the slide rides into the actual frame in a very unique manner that provides a very linear and direct type of recoil impulse that gives a very smooth recoil impulse, a very flat shooting gun, very little muzzle flip. You saw there, you know, once I was on the sights and kind of figured out what I was doing there on the left, we were printing some pretty fair groups at combat distance with boring regularity with just some ball ammo here. It does take the same magazine as the SP-01 Phantom, which is an 18-shot double stack magazine. So you get 18 rounds, one in the chamber. It is a 9mm, okay? So overall, a pretty dang cool gun. You've got an ambidextrous to cocking mechanism, so you got double and single action mechanism in terms of how the gun works. This is a new Urban Gray polycoat finish. So it's a new color for CZ this year, which is really cool. It's got a really beefy extractor on it. You know, CZ75 has just been really one of the guns that I've loved over the years. This particular one has a rail system, and of course this is an all steel gun. So it's got a little bit of weight there. You know what I mean? You got some extra weight to contend with, but it provides a really natural balance that is ideal for like a duty gun or an everyday carry type gun. You know, you're probably not going to conceal carry this, you know, all over the place or anything like that. It's definitely in the duty gun type of category. You know, something that you're going to use every day as a soldier, policeman, or a person just likes to go to the range and have fun. You saw there in the intro, we were shooting it suppressed with some carry ammunition, tearing some things up close there and everything. This is a really awesome gun. They've changed around a couple of minor things. You've got some checkering on the back strap there that's kind of new. Also on the front of the grip, you've got some checkering, so it adds a little bit of additional grip surface there. The grip panels are slightly different, just a little bit. Overall, the gun is pretty dang awesome. We've been enjoying, you know, shooting it for quite a while. This is new for this year from CZ, so it's kind of a newish gun. And this is one of those firearms that a lot of you guys have been asking us to, you know, get out and have a look at. The disassembly and everything on this is exactly like any other CZ75 you come to expect. You got the notches on the side that you line up, and then you, pull the barrel link out and the gun pretty much pops apart, no problem there. An interesting footnote as well, the barrel that's in this gun, we actually tried like kind of swapping out the barrels with the SP-01 Phantom, which is one of my favorite guns, and unfortunately, CZ doesn't make that particular firearm anymore. If you look on their website, the SP-01 Phantom is in the discontinued section of their website. So they don't make that gun anymore, sadly. However, the threaded barrel from this gun will drop right in my SP-01 Phantom. So I did shoot this, use the barrel on this gun to shoot my Phantom suppressed, which was a lot of fun. And with that polymer frame, it made for some really fun playing around with the suppressor there. But this firearm outfitted with a suppressor is pretty dang awesome because it is such a well-balanced gun. I wouldn't call it a heavy pistol by any stretch of the imagination, but because it is an all-metal gun and very beefy construction and the way it's made and everything, it does lend itself great as a suppressor host because of the very linear style of recoil impulse that you get out of the, the way that the slide actually rides in the frame. It gives a very rigid type of platform there to shoot from. You don't really get that frontal heaviness that you get out of some of the polymer frame guns when you're running a suppressor. Obviously, these are tritium night sights. They are a little bit on the high side to allow to clear most of your suppressors. So there's none of that like looking through the can or anything like that when you're shooting the gun, which is awesome. Also, the threaded barrel itself, they went with the 1/2x28. That's kind of a response to a lot of the American demands for handgun use. I mean, most 9mm that are commonly available in the US are threaded 1/2x28 when they are threaded. That tends to be kind of the industry standard for thread pitch. So they listen to a lot of shooters' demands and making sure that, most of your suppressors that you probably already own, chances are you're gonna have 1/2x28 adapters already laying around for them. So that's smart there to have some redundancy with what the rest of the the gun world's doing in the way of, threading their 9mm barrels. And threaded guns from the factory in terms of an available configuration is one of those things that is kind of awesome because, suppressors have really gained in popularity in recent years and really even in recent months in general. So a lot of the more kind of forward-thinking companies have really done a great job in making sure that there's some type of factory available gun that can just take a suppressor right out of the box. I mean, you buy the gun, pull it out of the box, take the muzzle adapter off, put your can on it, go out and shoot it, enjoy it. So a lot of companies are kind of embracing that concept and offering a suppressor-ready option right out the gate. So CZ's done great with this little Urban Gray SP-01. This is a gun we looked at SHOT Show, and I think a lot of us were kind of oohing and ahhing over it. And it's weird, like going by their booth, I walk over there and everyone's just clamoring over this gun. And it really is an awesome pistol, very accurate, which honestly, the level of shooting that I did here probably doesn't even do this gun justice. If you were to, properly bench rest this gun with some good ammunition and take your time, there's no reason that this pistol shouldn't shoot probably about 2 or 3 inches at 25 yards if you do your part. So this accuracy is not even close to what the potential accuracy this gun can achieve with a little bit of practice and trigger work. The gun actually delivers the goods quite well. Very smooth recoil impulse, very easy gun to shoot. Very generous beaver tail back here. I know a lot of folks are like Browning high power kind of guys, and the Browning high power is known for that hammer to pinch you if you're not careful, especially if you got, big hands or if you got a really high grip. Sometimes those hammers on like a high power can really pinch you, or even some 1911s that don't have a generous beaver tail. But in the case of this 75, it's got a nice, generous, long beaver tail, which gives you, plenty of clearance there to make sure you're not going to get any hammer bite or anything like that. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same metal frame, 75 SP-01 that you come to expect. I mean, it is a mil-spec, military-grade, NATO-approved military sidearm. I mean, this gun, for all intents and purposes and for the discussion of this video, this is a firearm that is currently being used in military forces around the world. I mean, it is a military-issue firearm. Pretty solid gun overall. It reminds me a lot of a CZ97. I'm a big fan of the 45 ACP CZ97. I've got a couple of those guns, and of course those are all metal frame guns, so they're a little bit on the heavy side and kind of beefy, and that's what this gun reminds me of, a very beefy service pistol that's got some generous weight, but not too much weight. I don't want you guys thinking it's like, grossly heavy or too heavy. It's definitely not a plastic fantastic in terms of weight, but it fits in the hand nice. It points naturally. It's got good sighting arrangement, and you know, it's pretty much typical CZ in that regard. So we're going to take the muzzle device off, and Chad's going to put a suppressor on this thing, run some different suppressed ammo, have a little bit of fun. Gun's not shooting too bad. Let's move along. All right, guys, the CZ75 SP-01 Tactical is not running bad at all. I've had this gun for just like literally a couple of weeks now. Kind of lucked up and found one. I know they're like non-existent right now. People are probably watching this video going, I can't find the Urban Gray model. I don't know, I can't have it. Sorry guys, you're just gonna have to wait. I mean, it's just kind of it. But hey, if you want a black one, I've seen some black ones out there, but it's not the Urban Gray. But this gun's been running really good. I mean, like literally when I got it in, I took it outside, put the can on it, and I've been shooting it suppressed like just crazy. And got a bunch of different suppressor specific ammo here. I've got some 124 grain American Eagle from Federal, picked up some 147 grain Arms Corps the other day just to try out as plinking ammo, and we got two varieties of the Hush ammo from Freedom Munitions. This is a 147 grain variety and then a 165 grain variety. And this ammo is really peculiar because we haven't been able to get this to run really reliably in many handguns. Runs good out of like my G9 SBR suppressed, but one gun in particular this thing ran really good with was a PPQ. And so far I haven't found another gun that'll run it except for this one. It barely poops the brass out, but I'm gonna show you how quiet that stuff can be. It's really, really awesome. But I'm just gonna take a few shots, you know, at steel, shoot a couple of sodas so you can hear what it sounds like with the gun being so quiet. We're running a Griffin Armament Revolution 9, and I've got the can in the K configuration. It's got a little modular adapter in here that you can pop out, pull 3 baffles out of, and drop your booster assembly back on there, and you got a nice compact package that's still very hearing safe, and it just fits this gun so well. I mean, very lightweight package, and like Eric mentioned, with the weight of the gun being so hefty, this is about a 42-ounce gun. So when you think about the weight, compare it to like a full-size 1911, and you're pretty much right there in the same ballpark. Full-size 1911 unloaded weighs about 39 ounces. So got a little bit more heft with this, and the way it feels on the hand is just exceptional. It like melts into your hand. I can't say enough good things about it, but enough blabbing, let's get to shooting. So I'm gonna try some of the 124s. Now, this ammo is typically not subsonic. This ammo is just loaded to about 1,000 feet per second or so, maybe 1050 give or take. So this is a specialty ammo that you're gonna find out there. I actually picked this up at Gander Mountain just to try. So let's see how this does and see what it sounds like. Take a few shots at some steel and then shoot some in the dirt, shoot the sodas, just have a little bit of fun here suppressed. Because I mean, that's really what this gun was made for. Drop a can on it and play around. So let's see what we got here. Love it. Oh my God, awesome stuff. All right, let's take a few shots in the dirt and see what this 124 sounds like back here. Oh yeah, sodas. Well, the one soda fell down there and got stuck in between the boards. Let's take him out. I love the sound that those sodas make when you hit them with a suppressor. Oh man, let's take out a gopher. Uh-oh. Where are my shots going? No, there we go. Oh man. Well, that ammo does good. Very much subsonic. You're not hearing that supersonic crackdown range. In the intro there, Eric was running some 124 grain Federal HST, and that ammo is running at supersonic velocities, but up close at like self-defense range, that ammo is not going to break the sound barrier when it hits like a soft target like those sodas or watermelons. So, you know, guys who are wanting to run something like this as a home defense gun, I mean, a lot of people have been thinking about running compact cans on their home defense guns so they don't blow their eardrums out and lose that ability to, you know, hear what's going on around them. So something like this would be a perfect bedside gun. I mean, you know, full-size handgun, full-size capacity. I mean, what more could you need to defend your home with? So, Arms Corps 147 grain subsonic full metal jacket. Let's see what these sound like here. Shoot a little steel. Uh-oh. God dang.
Awesome stuff. All right, shoot a few in the dirt down here. So you can hear it echoing through the woods back there, I mean, but very much subsonic. Some sodas. Uh-oh. Meow. Whoa! Still a little bit left in the bottom there. It went right through the top of that bottle. Oh, well, I can't pull the Plinkster move today. So this is Freedom Munitions Hush 147 grain. And we've been running a lot of this ammo, and it has performed exceptionally well. They use very clean burning powders, so your suppressed weapons do not get as gunked up as they would normally. And I found that to be the case in cleaning some of my suppressed guns. But this ammo is very, very high quality, and it runs a little bit slower than you would come to expect out of 147 grain. Usually this ammo, I think, is running about maybe 900 feet per second or so instead of full power ammo, which is about 1,000. So you're going to get a little bit lower tone, quieter performance, and really good for backyard plinking. Don't ask me how I know that. Yeah, I haven't shot our little 6-inch popper back there yet. Let's see if we can nail him. There we go. Oh, I mean, look at that. I'm stacking, that was like 4 or 5 shots. I mean, literally stacking them into a couple inches at about 25 yards. I mean, guys, these guns are so much more accurate than they need to be. If you do your part, which I just did not. I mean, I don't know what else you could ask for. Let's take a couple of shots in the dirt back here. All right, so I can tell just from shooting the other ammo that the tone of that ammo is a little bit lower, so very, very quiet performance, but one more. One other thing I haven't done yet today is take a shot of our long range gong. Let's see if I'm in the long range club today. Oh yeah.
Just under it.
Just under it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Got Eric back there spotting. Those bullets are so slow you can literally just see them going down range. It's so bright out here. All right, so Freedom Munitions 165 grain subs. These things are really slow, moving around like 800 feet per second or so. These things are exceptionally quiet, and tried them out, and they, like I said, barely pooped the brass out, but it did lock the slide to the rear, and it functioned. So I'm gonna take a couple of shots in the dirt first so you can hear what these things sound like. These are great. All right, a little bit of first round pop with the can. There we go. I mean, I'm watching that bullet go right into that berm back there. That's just nuts. All right, let's see. Haven't shot these targets yet today. Guys, I don't know what else you could ask for. I mean, this gun is just exceptional in every way. I mean, I can't speak enough praise for this thing. And, you know, Eric and I are both big CZ fans. And this gun reminds me a lot of like the EIA Witness that I have at home. It's Tanfoglio, 9mm, just a full-size, all-steel CZ75 copy, if you will. But that is one of the smoothest shooting guns that I own. And when I saw this thing, I actually got to handle it at NRA this year. We were passing by the booth and went, ooh. And man, I just was following this thing. And the P-09 is really, really cool and all, but you know, I just wanted another really solid, all steel CZ75. I just added to the collection, and I wanted a really solid suppressor host, and this thing really does fit the bill. But enough talking, I'm gonna turn it back over to Eric and let him finish this video out with some subs and let this thing cool off, because she is getting warm being all steel. Let's do it.
All right, I can't let Chad have all the fun with the suppressor. This gun's been running exceptionally well and very accurate, reliable. I mean, CZ guns are great, and I've always been a fan of the 75. It's one of my favorite handguns of all time. So this has been a really easy video to make for us, because it's basically just reaffirming what we already knew about these guns. But on the note of suppressor hosts, definitely a good suppressor host. There are some lighter weight options out there for some of you that want something light. You know, we did a video on the Walther PPQ. you know, with the threaded barrel. And guys, that gun is pretty dang awesome if you're looking for a lightweight suppressor hose. This is definitely more in the duty gun category, but I tell you what, it's just been a charm to shoot. All right, we're gonna just have a little fun here. I mean, you can't ask for better accuracy than that. You know, that's kind of replicating what Chad got earlier in the way of accuracy. Granted, not quite as far away, but I mean, how much better can you get? I mean, for a suppressed handgun, it's just a charm to shoot. What else does it need to do, guys? You know, shoots to point of aim, nice smooth recoil impulse. Let's try the long range going back there. Yes. I have to admit, this is one of the guns that Chad has that I don't. I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to get me one of these things. It's gonna drive me nuts. All right, a couple of more groups, because I'm just having so much fun shooting this thing accurately. I say accurately as I miss the damn target. That sucker will straight up stack them in there if you do your part. Those little gongs up front. Not even trying. That's just great. All right, one last mag. We're gonna rapid fire them out of here. See if I can keep them all on the gong right here. Not bad. We got a casualty over there, the soda. That's okay. Well, guys, hopefully you can see the fun that we've been having here with this SP-01 Urban Gray. Great gun. A lot of you guys have been asking us to do a video on it, so I'm glad we finally were able to get it out and have a look at it and everything. This is sort of a first look. You know, granted, it's not like we've had this gun for, you know, months on end or anything like that. But so far, if the initial accuracy potential, as well as the initial potential for reliability is anything to attest to what they've done in the past, I see no reason why this gun won't be a great contender moving forward for a wide variety of different purposes. Good range gun, excellent suppressor host, heck, good personal defense gun. I mean, if you do want to carry a full-size auto, hey, you're not going to find a smoother shooting and more accurate pistol than a CZ75. You know, and unless you're going in 1911 territory or something that's all metal frame, I mean, it really doesn't get any better than the smooth shooting action of a CZ75, especially with the all metal frame. Compared to my SP-01 Phantom, I'll say that it's definitely a little bit more controllable in rapid fire and a little bit smoother shooting because of the additional weight than the Phantom. But I have to say, the Phantom's definitely one of the guns that I like a lot. Sadly, they don't make that gun anymore. But I think I'm going to try to chase down a threaded barrel to go with that gun because you know, that kind of fits the lightweight suppressor category. And to give you guys an idea, the P09, which is kind of a modern sort of take on the SP-01 Phantom. It's kind of like to simplify their production, I would assume, is probably why they chose to go with like the P07, P09 family. You know, they had like the P07 Duty model and a few like variants of that. I think the fact that they kind of simplified it, and it's like you can buy, you know, a threaded P07, you can buy a threaded P09. So if you need to scratch that itch of getting a polymer frame, you know, double single action, you know, gun, similar to the way this one's set up, but you want a polymer frame gun that's lighter weight, that might be an option you want to look at over something like this. However, the Polycoat and Urban Gray was a nice touch. It's always great when you can get a nice classic gun in some different colors. Some guys just like, you know, something different from the factory. I'm definitely one of those kind of guys. So kudos to them. This is a great gun. We're very happy with it. And people, thanks so much for watching these videos. It means a lot to us. We've been staying very busy with filming and putting out content and everything, so we're glad that you guys enjoy the videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.